Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Johnny Small Pepper, and this is somebody who's been friends of ours for years. I can't remember for the life of me if this is 4 years, I believe, or even as much as 5 years it might be. And this creator obviously is growing solid and strong. Johnny Small Pepper, of course, primarily is going to accept challenges to eat different types of peppers, something that somebody like me just can't do at all, but I enjoy the reactions that people have as much as anybody else. Johnny Small Pepper is an outdoorsman of sorts and enjoys all the things that come along with that, but more than anything else, this creator cares very much about community, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, the community surrounding their channel, and their fellow small YouTubers. And you'll hear that as soon as you get to their channel and hear the way that they talk about everybody that comes through the community. Salt of the earth people, of course. This creator's a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. But I can't stress enough how fortunate I am as the host of Tuber Chat to be able to build relationships with creators even outside of YouTube, where we talk either on Instagram or Facebook, and some people I have phone calls with and FaceTimes and things like that, and I get to hear a lot about what goes on behind the scenes, things I might not see by myself. We've only got one pair of eyes, one pair of ears. There's only so much we can experience, but when we have friends that truly care and start to share other experiences that they either have or that they see, it helps us make better decisions for our YouTube journey, our channel, and our videos and things like that. All of this goes without saying, I know, but I just want to put a lot of stress on the idea that this is one of those creators who will reach out and help with the things that they notice in the YouTube community, both surrounding their channel here in the Tuber Chat family and their fellow small YouTubers at large, so that they can share experiences and observations and help this community so that we can make better decisions. I, like everybody else, strive to improve, strive to do better, strive to increase and grow. And that's basically what we're here for. So I hope everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. You'll see some outdoor footage, very community-minded, and they often speak about friendships and are grateful to have a community from around the world. Of course, we all end up with that at some point as our channels start to grow, but it's really, I find fascinating that we can meet people from all over. I'm old enough to remember a day where the internet was not a thing, and you meet people in your neighborhood or at school or at work or at church or at other places, and that's it, right? But today's a different day. As a matter of fact, some of our friends are all on a cruise together. I was watching a few live streams today. Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, along with Warmstrong Adventures and Edna's World. They're all in Greece right now. I'm fully jealous, all on a cruise ship, but that shows a little bit of how the community can come together. When we look at Johnny Small Pepper shorts videos here, we see that these have started to really do well. 14,000, 20,000, 21,000, even one at 28,000, which is great to see. And then live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. This creator's live frequently, and like I said, very community minded. They often have guests on panel with them. You can see them there with their peppers. They're just getting ready to eat that kind of thing. Me personally, I can't take the heat. I can't take any spice of any kind, so I find it that much more amusing when I see people accepting challenges like this. So I hope everybody will connect to Johnny Small Pepper. Like I said, a longtime dear friend and a friend of ours in the Tuber Chat family for several years now. And I know we've got a few new channels in the chat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Next up is our dear friend Izzy Pop, and they gifted a membership before we even got started today. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, only with the exception of our featured channel, of course, that we start with. And I'll do some introductions in a quick second here. I just want to make sure everybody can get to Izzy Pop easily, so I'm going to drop their link in the chat. And then Vintage Style by Joe is going to be featured in a few days here. Uncle Skooga Radio, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's the Astute Tourist with a second channel. Kyle Vlogs, good to have you here. Matthews Bushcraft from the Big Family Expedition is here. Author Adrienne Blyther, good to see you here. The Siberian Wind, I believe, is brand new today, so it's good to have you in the house. And MK Gaming 200, good to see you here as well. I wonder if we've seen that channel before, but forgive me if I'm mistaken. I got quite a few names on the wheel. Some of our beloved and dedicated moderators are there. Just Jason Keto, Jesse Journals and Unboxes, Canadian Family Life, they're all on the wheel. Yellow Shirt Dad and Rocky Top Sports Talk were both early in the door. Design with MN Crafty Witch 232 are also here. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I see a Simple Family Lifestyle coming in. It's good to have you here, and then I hope I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. I miss a lot that goes on in the chat, so if you have anything you need me to see, just please mention it with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Go. Pardon me, Tuberchat Connect and Grow. Finding Treasures is here. They happen to be a member, so I've got them on the wheel as well. Scratch and PPA, of course, will send his regards. He has been in Italy for about a month. I believe he's probably on his way home because he gave us a different series of videos for the month of August. He still put out his videos every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He'll get back to premieres, and we can go and vote on the content of this week's videos if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And then Michael's Adventures sent over a raid again today. He's done that a million times before. All of our moderators here are some of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, which is now beyond 8 years. My love, Kristen Welton, is also in the house. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator and our longest standing member, of course. Big Jack Storytime is here. I'm going to get them on the wheel. We're going to talk about Izzy Pop in a moment here. A creator that wants to help us with a lot of digital art tools. They've always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails. They happen to be live right this second, so we know there'll be fresh content on their channel as soon as we are done today. And then Jody Genealogy, it's good to see you here. Old School Alaska, good to have you in the house also. It's Chocolate Drop. I see you changed your name just a tiny bit there, but we've got a long time inside joke between the two of us. They call me Mr. Customer Service. I'm sure it's because of my speaking style, but you can enjoy that for the next 3 hours as well, because it really doesn't stop here. And then again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So Izzy Pop is up on the screen, and like I said, they're going to help us with graphics, banners, avatars, and more. I'm just going to take their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This is a playlist I have with a fun name that I use to keep caught up or get caught up with creators, and playlists can be a great tool for that. Izzy Pop is going to bring a lot of animation and interesting music in the latest videos here. Shorts on this channel will feature a little more variety, like most creators in the Tuberchat family, and then they've got 1,500, 1,300, 1,700 on some of these shorts videos, and live streams are where the magic happens on this channel as well. Lots of our Tuberchat family like to live stream on their channels. It's great for watch hours, great for building audiences, and great for getting a chance to get to know the creators behind the channel. So Izzy Pop, the conversation can go anywhere once they get started, but you can see they're usually on for hours, and I always have a great time when I'm over there. They've always got a vibrant community conversating in the chat while Izzy Pop is either talking or playing some music. They do a little bit of both. And then sometimes they'll give us tutorials as well. Like I said, they're going to help us with digital art and some of the tools that are out there right now. You can read more in their About section. And they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter also for a couple years now. And then Henry Leslie Vermont, good to see you here. They're a longtime friend. And Crafty Witch 232 actually dropped a super chat. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. And then Siberian Wind. I got to find the channel again. Siberian Wind. I'm going to try. Oh, here it is. The Siberian Wind. Tammy might be the name of the creator behind that channel. So thank you for that. Andy is Crafty Witch 232. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Thank you, It's Chocolate Drop. The last time, a couple of times I caught them live were in the kitchen cooking up a storm. They're doing that all the time. The Siberian Wind is a brand new channel in the Superchat family, so thank you for that, Crafty Witch 232. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, and I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bells on. We do that for every single channel, of course, as well as setting notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams. And then that should be enough to keep our connection. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We try to go live every 3 days or so. And we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I try to post in advance as much as possible so that everybody knows when the next streams will be coming up. And then, thank you again, Crafty Witch 232. Let's have a look at Andy's channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then I see that Big Jack Storytime is going to be live right after Tuber Chat, and they'll have some musicians with them. Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then Crafty Witch 232 is here. Like I said, this is Andy. They got a brand new video here. I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. That's really cool. I love traditional Pop-Tarts as much as anybody, but that's a Pop-Tart crochet tutorial. What you're going to find on this channel is a lot of creativity. They literally say they craft all the things. They do cross-stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, a lot of sewing, and much more. When you look at some of the shorts on this channel, you get an idea of what I've seen the most, which are pop culture references in a combination of 3D printing and crochet. I've come to learn that this creator sells most of what they make. That's the purpose behind all of this. They take them to conventions and trade shows and things like that. Then live streams on this channel as well. By the way, those shorts have done really well. 10,000, 14,000 on a couple of these. And live streams, this creator's on almost every day. And I can say night because I'm in the Eastern time zone. I caught them the other day. I think I'm going to take that one and rerun it though, because my red line is not all the way across. And I like to keep those no matter how long I'm there. So I'll rerun that at the end of my catch-up list. And then Michael's Adventures, I don't have a raid planned for tonight yet. but I will keep note of anybody that's going to be live or dropping premieres and things like that. Crafty Witch 232 is on almost every day. We've rated them several times. Happy to do that anytime. We try to share the love. Anybody can certainly ask for a raid. I try to set them up in advance. What we're talking about is at the end of the stream, we will redirect into somebody else's premiere or live stream afterwards. It gives you a little bit of a head start. You get a few people in there. I usually find anywhere from a quarter to a third, maybe as much as a half sometimes of the people in the stream will come in. But if we got 30 people here, then it's a, head start with 10 people, which is great. So Tales Told in the Dark is still in the house. That's Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond is here with us every day as well. And then thank you, Crafty Witch 232, for another super chat. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. I certainly do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Design with Emma is coming up for the same reason. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Design with Emma, we see a creator that's going to help us mostly with interior design ideas, but a lot of these are budget friendly, and then they're even going to take us shopping to show us where we can find some of the ideas if we want to copy them or take inspiration from this creator. They've got a brand new video that's coming out in about 40 minutes from now, so we know that there'll be fresh content on their channel right after Tuber Chat, and I've got the notification on. So you notice I'm setting the notification even though it's impossible for me to be there. And this is because in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other, we always want to send every single positive signal of engagement into the algorithm. So I've got my notification on for their premiere, and then that will work out even better when I go and watch it afterwards. So shorts on this channel as well. This creator is bringing a lot of variety. Like I mentioned before, lots of creators in the Tuber Chat family do. When we look at the latest ones, mostly design ideas, but we look at some of the popular ones, and some of the varieties really paid off here. 24,000, 33,000, 90,000 on one. I think that one's still getting views. And then live streams on this channel. So they're live occasionally. They did one a month ago. We'll see if they're going to keep these up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I know you can't sit there and just message every single person that you want to come into your live streams, but if you find a moment to message me, this goes for everybody. I will try to be there, even if I have to sneak in just for a quick second if I'm working or something else. Wego Howard, Hannah Ho, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're getting monetized probably today, which is great, great, great news. That's a very exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then hopefully Finding Treasures is still here in the chat. I might have to get to them by their link. I don't think we've had them on the screen here before. Oh, I must be mistaken. There they are right there. So Finding Treasures is a channel I'm still getting to know. And they've got 535 subscribers right now. Let's have a look at their videos and see what they've got going on. So yeah, it's been many months since I caught a video from them. I'm just going to grab the latest one. It's a Temu haul. They put this out a few months ago, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I talk about that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. They've got shorts on this channel as well, and when I click the popular tab, I'm going to find 1,000 views on one, 1,400 and 2,200 on another one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've got a couple set to go. They did one last week. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And they're going to have Dawn's channel on. That's another friend of ours, which is great to see. and we'll be looking forward to I'll be looking forward to more from this creator. So like I said, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. But one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels. Then over weeks and months, by hanging out in premieres and live streams and watching videos and things like that, I get to know the content. And then if anybody wants to reach out, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. So what we'll do right now, we're going to take a break for about 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play you a clip from an interview series that we've got on the Tuber Chat channel now. These are videos in a playlist and listed as a podcast. And it's a series called How to Get 10,000 Subscribers on Your YouTube Channel. All of the featured creators have been with us for years, and all of them know exactly what it's like to get 10,000 and much more. We use the term family a lot. I noticed you all doing it when I was just starting out. And then, over the years, of course, we use that because it truly feels like that, especially when, you haven't been on for a while. Somebody comes looking for you and notices. That's a good feeling, and we try to do that for other people as well. But these are just examples of how this starts to feel like a family. And you hear me say often, I know Sylvia feels the same way, that we give much more to others than we expect to receive, knowing that we're going to get everything that we want. I mean, Sylvia, when I was first connected to you, and I can't remember now, I don't remember if it was 4 years or 5 years, but it's somewhere around there. And she was obviously already at it. But thinking back to how you must have felt, I don't know how soon you thought you were going to get over 10,000 and now towards 14,000 subscribers, but it must be a great feeling to see it continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm definitely blessed. I feel blessed. I just feel motivated. I feel uplifted. And I'm happy that I can connect with so many amazing supporters. The people who come in, they come in and they stick and they stay. Yes, not all almost 14,000 people come over, but I have repeat offenders. And what I mean by repeat offenders,
of course,
I'll see you in my comments on Monday. I see you in my comments on Wednesday. See you in my comments on Friday. So you always coming back and you're supporting me. And one thing that I do on my channel, and I think this is a big change, and with having so many supporters, when people leave a comment on any video, be it a short, be it a video, be it a live, I'm going to respond back to you to acknowledge you for coming in, thanking you for coming in. And then I go to your channel and I watch something for you. In order to get support on these YouTube streets, you got to give support. You have to give it. Sure. It's $3.99 to go over there and watch a video with somebody and make a comment. You don't know how much you may change their life.
I forgot to spin the wheel, so what we'll do right now is get that wheel spun. We'll see who's coming up next. We'll just take a break for 3.5 minutes and then we'll come right back. You see that Home by Design with Marilyn is coming in. That's another channel that's going to be featured. Forgive me because I can't remember which episode I've featured each creator. Sometimes I can remember what I've done because I set them up today and I posted them in advance, but you'll see it on our front page. Pardon me, Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up next. Michael's Adventures turned me on to local honey a couple of years ago, and I typically have it. I've been off it, like I haven't been having it every day. I don't know why I don't think about it all the time. I haven't had it yet today, but if I find myself struggling with my voice, or like maybe another half hour from now or whatever, I'll go grab a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it. Typically when I buy honey for the last long while, I'll literally like pull over at the side of a back road and grab it off a farmer somewhere. But we did get the latest jar that I've got from a farmer's market that is around. So I will look after that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I put Matthew's Bushcraft onto the wheel. I don't want to be late. We always add at least a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And I have Streamlabs desktop that I'm streaming with, but Streamlabs, the system, keeps statistics in the background for basically every single stream. I've kept statistics for every stream since we started, 800 and something of them now, right? And that makes sure that nobody ever gets forgotten. We always remember where we came from, where we started, who's been supporting us like from the beginning. We're always happy to have new people coming in today, but I put a lot of focus on this because I just want everybody to understand, especially if you're new to YouTube, especially if you're new here in the Tuber Chat family, we have people here who will be supporting you years into the future already. We can see the future because we've been at this for 5 years now, and some of our friends have been with us that long. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. The creator we've got on the screen now, Jessie Journals and Unboxes, is one of those creators. She's been with us for about 5 years. And the Stock Explorer's in the house as well. Forgive me, the Stock Explorer. I didn't put your channel on the wheel yet. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And the Stock Explorer was actually live right before Tuber Chat. They were doing something a little bit different. They were outside playing with their puppy, and I'm always happy to see that kind of thing. And actually, if you want to see something that I've never seen before, in 5 years of knowing the Stock Explorer, you'll get a chance to see them doing some burpees as well. I didn't even know what those things were until we started the Tuber Chat channel, and my BS Life came in. That's somebody I met up with here in Niagara Falls a long time ago. And now we see lots of people doing this as part of a fitness routine or daily exercises and things like that. But it's interesting to see your friends doing it, you know what I mean, after they've done so many different things. So Jessie Journals and Unboxes up on the screen is another creator who, like I said, has been with us for about 5 years, a beloved and dedicated moderator. And this creator support for all of us over the years has increased. That's a really tough trick, because when we're following more and more people, more and more channels ourselves as creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. You'll notice that Jessie Journals and Unboxes has got a premiere coming up tomorrow. So she typically drops at least one video every week on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern. She's changed up her channel over the years just slightly. She's literally unboxed just about everything that can be unboxed. She's done jewelry, snacks, stationery, crafting supplies, all kinds of stuff. And sometimes she does hauls. Sometimes she's got some Happy Mail. She collaborates with a lot of people. Lately, what she's doing more than anything else is showing us the things that she's creating with the things that she's unboxing. And this is where the journaling and collages and things like that come in. And then Jessie Journals and Unboxes will feature a lot of the things that she finds in her unboxing videos in the shorts on the channel. There's some washi tape there, some bath and beauty products here, jewelry, of course, snacks, stationery, like I said, crafting supplies, and much more. And then this creator does live streams occasionally as well. So she is the kind of creator who can basically go live at any point and will have a flood of support coming into her chat because she's so supportive to other people. I can't stress that kind of thing enough. The other thing to notice, all of the moderators on this channel are longtime dear friends of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels. They all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. So when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Fabric Studio is in the house as well. That's a longtime friend. They've been with us a couple years now as well. And Just Jason Keto is up on the screen. This is another fellow Canadian. He's actually only a couple hours away from me, so we've met up a few times. And Just Jason Keto, I don't know why my red line is not across. You know, I was in that premiere yesterday. I'm just going to put that video into my catch-up list so I can rerun it. But this is an interesting twist on lasagna. We actually had lasagna for dinner tonight, probably inspired by what you did. But Just Jason Keto is going to talk to us about healthy living, healthy eating, and often healthy alternatives to some of the popular things we might traditionally have for a meal or even a snack. He's known for hundreds of recipes on his channel, probably 100 chaffle recipes alone. He makes his own mayo. He makes a lot of different things and gives us an idea of how the ingredients are going to affect us. That's coupled with a lot of product reviews as well, things we might find in a health food or grocery store that are marketed towards keto. He can help us understand this stuff. Then he might do a product review as well. There's one of those vacuum seal ideas, barbecue over here, the chaffle makers, an air fryer, and all kinds of stuff. And then he's got a little bit of variety on his channel. If he takes a trip or visits somewhere outdoors, he'll give us a bit of variety there. When we look at shorts on this channel, we get a bit of a hint here because healthy looking or grilling shorts seem to do really, really well. I wonder if this one here, the barbecue, is that moving right now? I'm just curious because sometimes what happens is on a channel, when we're making videos, depending on what type of video it is, what climate we're in, what seasons a lot of people have, because not everybody has, you know, the same kind of weather and things like that. There's a lot of different things that can make a video become not quite evergreen, but close to it. An evergreen video traditionally is something like how to design a bouquet of flowers, right? Or cooking videos or travel vlogs a lot of the time, because things don't change very frequently there, and people will always be looking for new recipes and things like that. But Jason's got one thing going on with that barbecue that I talked about, where every summer season, the views start to pick up on that video, and I got a couple videos like that myself as well. And it's great because you put out a video, you get maybe a few hundred or a few thousand views or whatever it's going to be at some point, and then every year, you know, you can count on that video pumping up a little bit more again and again and again. So it's always exciting. And then Just Jason Keto's done really well over here, 5,000, 6,000 views on some of these, one at 22,000, and I've seen that one, so I can tell you that that one's entertaining and definitely worth a watch. Then live streams on this channel as well. Now Jason has a lot of guests that join him, both for videos or live streams, and they will share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations, all in the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He likes to come up with new ideas for his audience, though, and will often do something a little bit different, like a cook-along live stream, maybe a multicam setup. He might invite some other YouTubers to come on and do a homestead hangout, and often he does these live streams. He's usually on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, and then he might have a guest. Kendra's been on there a few times, Anita's been on there a few times, or at least a couple of times, and then he's got a few other guests that show up as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, and another creator who's been with us literally for years and cares deeply about the YouTube community. There's our featured channel for today, Johnny Small Pepper. That was the first channel that we talked about today, and I hope, Johnny Small Pepper, that you will go and have a look afterwards at just the first few minutes of the replay. I never expect anybody to watch 3 hours of this, but you could go and watch just to hear what I had to say, because we spoke recently, and this is a creator who, like I said, has been a friend for years, and much like I described with Just Jason Keto, all of our moderators and many other creators, they care deeply about the YouTube journey, their own communities, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and small YouTubers at large, willing to share knowledge, willing to share insight, and things like that. Oh, it's Chocolate Drop might be doing a cruise to Nova Scotia. So we're actually quite far. Kristen Welton's coming up right now. This is my love. We live together in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. So we're quite a stretch away from Nova Scotia. We'd have to fly over there, let's just say. But it's kind of cool to know that you're going to do that. We don't typically have cruise ports in Canada the way that you expect to have them in like Port Canaveral or New York City and a few other places where most of the cruises go. Like if you're going to the Caribbean, Bahamas, Bermuda, and things like that, it's very easy to hop on a ship, whereas in Canada we don't have that. We have people who come and visit and have stops, but we don't go, like, let's say, to the Caribbean from Canada. So it's a interesting thing. And then but it's great to know you're going to be here. I'm sure you're going to do some of the Canadian things, like eating ketchup-flavored potato chips and coffee crisp chocolate bars. I'm sure you're going to have poutine at some point, because I think everybody should. And it'll be interesting to know. But if there's any chance, I'd love to get over there. I'm hoping, I took a new full-time job a few months ago, and it's going to be until next May. They don't give any vacation time for the first year, so I'm kind of confined to quarters for a little while, but hopefully next summer I'll start being able to get out. Kristen and I haven't been to the States in a long time, but we love going over there, and maybe we'll get a chance to visit some of our friends now that we've been at this for a few years. So Kristen Welton up on the screen. We're going to talk about her content in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jeremy D-Day is up on the screen right now. He's actually live earlier today, which was great to see. I was lucky to have caught him. And then Michael's Adventure is going to do some shout-outs tomorrow. The Stock Explorer wants to challenge me to a burpee battle. I can solve that right now and just tell you, you win. The fact that you did any, and I've never done one in my life, tells me that there's no chance there. So everybody knows who to put their money on if you ever see us do that kind of a challenge. Kristen Welton is up on the screen right now. My love, like I said, we live in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Here we go. All my red lines are not going across again. There's another video I'm going to have to rerun. Now, Kristen Welton has got a professional look to her channel, and she's experimenting with different styles of thumbnails. She's been at this for a long time, actually, but she's got bright, bold headshots that make her recognizable. She started with makeup and beauty and unboxing videos. She continues in product reviews and sponsored videos now, and she often posts once a week, almost consistently. And then this creator as well is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's over 1,700 subscribers. We've done a couple of videos together. We've done at least one video and a couple of live streams and things like that. She's got shorts that have done really, really well, and you'll recognize a couple of the faces here. Spiky Bruiser and Trouble Von Cuddlepuss have both made cameo appearances on Tuber Chat. And then she's got some shorts that have done really well. 19,000, 22,000. There's a look at some of our winter weather up here. And then 28,000 on one of these shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional on this channel, but she's collaborated with others. She's done StreamYard panels. She has gone outdoors as well, and we'll be looking forward to more. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Welton. I know she's watching right now, so let me just make sure I get her 2 more videos in my catch-up list. I've likely been through those on my personal account, but I got to make sure I run them on Tuber Chat as well. And then hopefully everybody will help push her towards the 1,800 subscribers we know she's thinking about. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then Exploradora80. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's anybody from Australia here today right now. This is an odd time. Most of our friends in Australia, it's probably 6, almost 7 o'clock for them in the morning. So a lot of our friends might not be up yet, especially the ones who stay up late. But we do have lots of channels that come from Australia. And we try, that's part of the reason why we try to move around the days and times of our streams so that we can catch different people and give other people a chance to get in here. And then, yes, Kristen has a new thing over the last few months with Trouble Von Cuddlepuss, a little bit of a game that they play, and it's kind of odd to see, but we know he likes the attention, so it'll be an interesting short. And then Yellow Shirt Dad is up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, Butler Family Farm, forgive me, I didn't put your channel on the screen all this time. Or on the wheel, pardon me. I do that to Jerry all the time. I don't know why. That's Jerry and Susan. They're on the cruise right now. The one we've been talking about for 1.5 years. Cruise in Alaska 25. They're just coming to the end of their week there. And he says he's got all kinds of footage for us, which is great to know. And then Yellow Shirt Dad is up on the screen. This is Gene. And he is known as somebody who brings us the joke of the day occasionally on his channel. They are, in my opinion, hilarious. I love dad jokes, and that seems to be what he comes up with more than anything. He's brought us a bit of different footage lately, but this is a channel that brings a lot of variety. So there's Gene right there. He's often brought us for these walks along the beach, and you can see he's got some winter weather behind him, all 4 seasons on this channel. Then shorts over here as well. These have now gotten into 4,000, 5,000 views, one at 8,000, on its way towards 9,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams as well. He's been doing more and more live streaming over the years. He's been with us at least 2 years. I think it's more like 3 by now. Could be even longer. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And I've been lucky to catch him for a few of these live streams. Some of them are lengthier than these. Lots of creators live stream for basically any amount of time. Live streams are known to be lengthier than videos in most cases, but some of those are bite size, and great chance to get to know him. Great to see a StreamYard panel full of guests too. This is one thing I forget to mention sometimes, but Yellow Shirt Dad is somebody I remember coming into the Tuber Chat family clearly, because right after the first day, I saw him already building friendships and talking about collaborating with other creators, which is great to know. So hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Consume the goodness, we got you on the wheel. Create and Relate is in the house, but they're also dropping a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. They just dropped 2 of them in a row, actually, so thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, of course. And then we will get Create and Relate up onto the screen right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Rapid Australia, good to see you here. We were looking for how many channels from Australia might be in the chat right now. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times, but the best way to make sure that we get a chance to say hello is to be active in the chat. High Country Homestead, good to see you in the house. That's Susan from Australia. And it's so funny, that was so confusing for me. It took me weeks to figure that out. But the creator behind High Country Homestead is named Susan, and she's from Australia. But we also have a channel called Susan from Australia in the Tuber Chat family, and she comes in occasionally. She's been a friend for a couple of years as well. But it's great to have you here. Blessed to Crochet is in the house. She was live on our other channel earlier today. Forgive me for not getting in there. I was actually being productive on the computer instead of procrastinating my weekend away, which is great for me. And then, Rapid Australia, there's always at least a couple, if not a few channels from Australia in our streams, but the time zones really get us, right? Because they're almost 12 hours off in most cases. So, Blez, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then Create and Relate is up on the screen right now. We'll talk about their content in a second. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Create and Relate up on the screen is going to do a lot of crafting. They've got a lot of color in the things that they craft. They want to focus on connection as well. And this creator's actually been known to do quite a few product reviews in a lot of the latest videos. Some of those have to do with creativity and crafting, and some of those actually have to do with filming and possibly even our YouTube journey. There's a lot of lighting here. There is at least one camera that I've seen, and then they've got a lot of crafting, but they've also got some crafting ideas, but these are devices that can help with the making of merchandise if they wanted to. There's a hard drive right there. They've got a Cricut machine for sure. And then Create and Relate might be doing a haul. There's a Temu idea in the latest video. They've got shorts over here as well. Like most creators, there's a bit of variety here. They've gotten into 1,000 views on one, 1,400 on another. And then live streams on this channel are fairly frequent, so it's been a couple of months now. Lately they were doing some diamond painting. I was lucky to catch them a few months ago. Hopefully, I didn't realize how much time has passed. Time's flying for me. I don't know if everybody feels that way. The summer has just literally flown by. And then Create and Relate is working on 600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Of course, we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And then Troy Sutton, good to see you in the house. Mariana Latrini, oh, pardon me. I think it's Mariana Latrinia. And please forgive me if I'm wrong in the way I'm pronouncing that. I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. So if there's a better way for me to pronounce that, just please spell it out for me in the chat. I'll try to catch that. And then Consume the Goodness made pizza using ground chicken as the crust. And then the Tuber Chat guy would like this, yes. You notice that the channel's called Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact, yes. And I'm sure I've more than once been called the Tuber Chat guy. But there's a reason why I called the channel Tuber Chat in the first place. I'd been on YouTube for a couple years already before we started this. But the magic on this channel happens in the chat. And I'm putting a lot of focus on this because I know we've got some new or newer channels in the chat today. So it really does matter the way that you're conversating with other people, and all of your connections start with a conversation here. A simple hello is enough to get it going. People are coming in and out all the time. They could be watching on a television. They could be on their phone. Not everybody's on a computer and could just have 2 or 3 windows going. That's what we're supposed to be doing, is hopping in and out to other people's channels and everything else. So as soon as you know you've got somebody's attention, that gives you the opportunity to make the first move. Reach out to them and do all the things for their channel that you wish they would do for you. We have our instructions in our video description, of course. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. We believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive, and we believe in doing it first. It really is what makes this thing work. And then here, you're not going to expect to get like 10, 20, 30 subscribers all at once. It just doesn't work that way. We're focused on friendships, long-lasting, strong, solid connections with other creators. And I say it a million times, but literally, that will be with you not just weeks and months into the future, but years. You know, if you could have 100 true friends, what would your channel look like when every single video gets its first 100 views the first 24 hours? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Some people have already long passed that. We've got some creators approaching 1,000 views in the first day or two, which is great also, but we all know what it's like to start from zero. We've all done that. So like I said, this channel is called Superchat because the magic really happens in the chat. I put channels on the screen because we need something to do for 3 hours while we're here, and it's the best idea I have so I can get to know the channels, but I'm really just here to talk. I'm sure some people even watching keep the volume down just because they're focused on the chat, and that's absolutely fine. The Source, good to see you in the house. Lisa J. Stocks is here as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, and then members and moderators get put on the wheel. I'll add another name to the wheel from our chat list in a little while. Create and Relate is up here right now because they dropped a couple of super chats. They've done that kind of thing a million times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, not absolutely unnecessary. And then Butler Family Farms on their way to Victoria, BC right now, I believe. And then The Source, like I said, is in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And Rocky Top Sports Talk is coming up next. So let's go for a break again. We're going to take off for 3.5 minutes. We can grab a drink, take our honey, and do all the other things we need to do. I see Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage and Creative is here. It's good to have you in the house. I'll get you on the wheel as well. And then right before we take that break, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. These are videos now on the Superchat channel. They're in a playlist and listed as a podcast. They're extremely informative because I tried to ask the featured creators during these interviews for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. They don't all say the same things as each other, and they don't all say the same things that I would have said as well. So we want to get different perspectives from different creators who have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. Well, there's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
Jody Genealogy, forgive me. I know you got that membership earlier as well. I didn't have your channel on the wheel, but I just added it. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I see that High Country Homestead is now mentioning that they're Susan in Australia, because we have the official Susan from Australia in the chat. So it's wonderful that you're both here at the same time. Both of those channels are different Susans, both from Australia, and I can't help but just giggle about that. So let's go for that break. We'll be back in 3.5 minutes. There's one thing that I say often, but maybe not often enough, and that's, I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but it doesn't matter who it is, whether you're brand new in Tuber Chat, whether you've been with us for years, whether you're a member, a moderator, or any supporter at all. I certainly don't expect anybody to spend any amount of time. I will appreciate anything. We keep a core group of about 10 moderators here. We've got another 10 or so that have been with us that come through occasionally. A lot of these moderators are here regularly, but even from our moderators, I don't expect, them to be here any more than they have to. I know what it's like when people are rearranging their schedules to accommodate other people. This is why I try to post the streams in advance. But I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. We have friends that run the stream in the background. I always appreciate that. We have friends that come through just to say hello. Sometimes people are driving. Sometimes people are doing other things. Jerry's on a cruise right now and still popping in, that kind of thing. And I always appreciate all of those things. Chris, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'll get you onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We're looking at Rocky Top Sports Talk, which is a new channel from a longtime friend. And then Greg Rushalou, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then if I'm not, just please let me know how I can pronounce it better. I always want to pronounce or promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. And then, there's a couple of cruises going on right now, Rapid Australia, where a lot of our friends, it has nothing to do with us, but a lot of our friends are cruising together. So Butler Family Farm, who you see in the chat here, is on a cruise right now where they've booked dozens of rooms for creators and supporters. And Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa is on there. Rambling with the Brooms, one of our moderators, is on there. And then I saw another cruise today. I was watching live streams from Edna's World, Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, and Warmstrong Adventures. They're all in Greece, heading out on a cruise. As of today, I was watching the sail away party on all 3 channels. That was really cool. Yeah, Rapid Australia, I was very lucky a long time ago, eons ago, to work on a cruise ship for one summer, and it was a lot of fun. Life-changing experience for sure. So forever after, I always recommend everybody get on a cruise if you can. And then I hope to get back on there at some point someday. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Rocky Top Sports Talk is actually Rocky Top Scratcher with a second channel here. And so what we are seeing is some more sports talk, obviously, from a creator that we know from lottery ticket scratching. And this is a channel that's just getting off the ground. So 39 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards their first 100. We all know that is an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And then what I'm going to do is take one of their videos here, where you see in our video descriptions are instructions for the way that we connect. We've been doing this for 5 years now. It's not that there's a right or wrong way. We just do things consistently. And you see every channel I put on the screen, I'm subscribed to. If they've been here before, that means our connections stick. So we're always looking for videos 3 minutes or longer if possible. So I'm going to take the longer of these 2 videos. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, even though I'm already subscribed to the channel. And that's just a fun name for a playlist I have that I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Shorts over here, I've already gotten into 500 views on one of them, which is great to see. And then I'll show you this creator's original channel when we look at Rocky Top Scratcher. And I didn't realize how popular lottery ticket scratching was on YouTube until we started the Tuber Chat channel. We've got lots of lottery ticket scratching channels and lots of people that scratch lottery tickets on their channels, regardless of category or niche. Oh, my goodness. I was looking at your channel all day today, Pete. And looking to see if the premiere was set up for Tuesday, because I figured you must be on your way back. Thank you for that, my dear friend. That is unbelievably generous, absolutely unnecessary. He's done things like that before. Scratch and PPA, who also does lottery ticket scratching and is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, has been in Italy for a month. He went 2 years ago for a couple of weeks and brought all kinds of content on his channel. He's been there with family for a month right now. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to say, where is Pete? What is going on? So thank you so much for coming back in today. I'm not sure if you're quite back. But thank you for that, especially for these gifted memberships. That's gonna be overwhelming. But I appreciate it, certainly, the extra generosity. Like I said, he's done things like that many times before as well. And then Model Lorianne, good to see you in the house. That's a new creator. I believe we got a comment from you the other day, so it's great to have you in a stream. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I think this is your first live stream. And then members and moderators are always added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So for any of the members that are picking up those gifted memberships right now, I will add you onto the wheel. It might take me a second to catch up as more of those creators start to come in, because the notifications for gifted memberships are probably the best on YouTube, and you usually see a few of the creators come in. And yes, thank you. I hope everybody will let Pete know how much we have missed him all this time. I can't tell everybody here how many times over the last 5 years I get messages from people that say, hi, Kevin and Pete, because Pete is so integral to what we've been doing here. He has literally, if you can believe this, over the last 5 years, he has been here for over 800 of our live streams for the entirety of the stream. I'm talking 2 hours or 3 hours in the last couple of years. So, not that we want to play favorites. I do appreciate every moment. I mentioned that earlier. But Scratch and PPA is what we know is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. But thank you for that again, my dear friend. It's good to have you back. Palazzo Place, good to have you in the house as well. And I'll thank everybody for your patience while I try to pick up as more members come in. Rocky Top Scratcher has got some videos on the channel, including a brand new one. And lottery ticket scratching, like I said, is very popular. That's what Pete does on his channel. I think that's obvious. Rocky Top Scratcher is approaching 500 subscribers, which is great to see. And then they've got some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 1,200, 2,400, 3,000 views on one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They've done a few even up to a week ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And Scratch and PPA, I'm starting to wonder to myself if I've ever actually had Pete's channel up on the screen the same way I do with everybody when it comes to super chats and memberships, because he's done that kind of thing before, and I just can't remember for the life of me whether I did that properly or not. But like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen, so we'll see what he's got going on now. There's the premiere. I looked a few hours ago. I looked at least twice today to see if it was there, so I'm not sure when he put that up, but there it is. He's usually got the premiere ready to go on Saturday. That's coming up in Tuesday. And then thank you, Scratch and PPA. I'm imagining that he probably got home today. When I think about people going on long vacations, I think about that, or trips. It doesn't have to be a vacation, but going away on long trips. Then I think about people usually leaving on Saturday or Sunday. I know that anybody can leave any day of the week, but it seems to be popular. And so I wondered if he'd be back today. And then the source, yes. Silver Assassin, metal detecting. Good to see you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Rocking Keto Amy is in the house. And yeah, it seems like it. The source is connecting a lot of creators as well. They've sent over lots of friends ever since they've been coming in here, which is many months now. Not sure if it's 6 months yet, but it might be. And then we'll talk about Scratch and PPA's content in a quick second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Leslie's Crochet Corner, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at Scratch and PPA on the screen, we see a beloved and dedicated moderator. Like I said, he's been with us for over 5 years. He's literally been here for over 800 of our live streams. I don't know if you can even imagine somebody being so supportive. I have no choice but to look up at the sky and thank God every day for his friendship and his dedication to this community. Everybody will agree he's one of the most supportive creators in everybody's community. We don't know how he does it. So, Scratch and PPA has got his premiere ready to go. Voting has resumed. So everybody can head to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and vote for what we're going to see this week. These are actually two of my favorite Scratch tickets. Scratch and PPA is a fellow Canadian. He's actually only a couple hours away from me. I'm convinced I've actually been in the store where he picks his lottery tickets, but I'm just joking. And I recognize all of these, but between the crossword tickets and the bingo tickets, those are my favorite to scratch. I don't do a lot. Kristen and I will buy each other some scratch tickets for Christmas or our birthdays and things like that. So what Scratch and PPA is going to do is every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, he drops a premiere. And the video contains 2 lottery tickets. We get the chance to vote on the content, of course. He pits these tickets against each other, and the object is to see if he can profit, within each year with the winnings that come from some of the tickets. So it's interesting to see. There's giveaways on the channel. You get that idea when you get to the thumbnails and see he's got obviously content in the thumbnails and a bit of a hint here about those giveaways. Now this creator has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar has been matched by these thumbnails, this banner, all the time. He updates the banner every week, by the way. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production. And you'll notice that the mechanics, or the way that we scratch and play each different kind of lottery ticket, can change. Not every scratch ticket is exactly the same. He changes the style of the video based on the content that the scratch ticket dictates, let's just say. And that's really interesting to see as well. You'll see what I mean about his video editing skills. His premieres, very fast paced, very high energy. Like I said, he drops those every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He has one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family, faster than what we've got going on here, faster than almost any other. So I hope everybody will head over there. He's another beloved and dedicated moderator, so you'll meet more friends when you're over there. Last time he went to Italy, which was 2 years ago, he dropped a bunch of vlogging style shorts, and these gave us an idea of all the different places he was visiting, including a lot of Italian lottery tickets that we otherwise might not have seen. He did his very first live stream the last time he was there, and I was very lucky to be there at the time, but I know a lot of people will be excited to know he's expanded the content on his channel. More so, I know everybody will be happy to get back to those Tuesday premieres. So I hope more than ever before, everybody will share these out. The sharing is the number one thing we can do. You know, the comments help, the thumbs up help, the word of mouth helps, but sharing on the community tab and other social networks is what really starts to push videos. So I hope everybody will give Pete that boost, because he's been dropping videos for a month now, but the premieres have been gone for a few weeks. He changed things up, and he actually did a different style of video. He called it Double Summer Fun, and I hope everybody will go back and watch these replays as well. I got to rerun one. This has been happening to me all day. All my red lines are not there from the last week or something. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. History Hunter Denunder has got a membership. I've got them on the wheel. And I'm going to try to speed things up now. Broke but bountifully blessed. Carol is here. I'm going to get them onto our wheel, and it's time for me to spin. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Chris is coming up right now. I'm going to get to this channel by their go to channel link here, and what I'll do is I'll actually just drop their handle in the chat, because Chris, even though it's spelled a little bit differently than what we might know traditionally, it might be tough to find. So if everybody looks for the handle I'm typing in the chat, if you have trouble finding them, that will help. It's always best for us to search, find, and click on each other's names, because the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. And in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, the more we search, find, and click on each other's names, the more over time we will rise up the YouTube search results, and eventually everybody will hopefully become #1 around the world for their name. And then when we look at the chat, I see Hilda DC is in the house. That's another beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been with us for as long as Scratch and PPA has, pretty close to it. A lot of our moderators have been here for at least 3, 4, or even 5 years. And then, Chris is actually going to be on the Sources channel next Saturday for a interview. I've changed the times for this week's live streams. We're going to go on Monday and Thursday. I decided to move them around because in North America, we're all celebrating Labor Day. I'm not sure which other countries around the world might celebrate that. And it's not really so much of a celebration as far as I can see. It's just that it's a long weekend. Everybody's got Monday off. The kids go back to school on Tuesday and things like that. A lot of people go back to work. But because so many people will be off, including myself, I can go a little bit earlier on Monday. We'll raid into Butler Family Farm, and then we'll do the same thing on Thursday. I'll try to leave that time the way it is so that we can raid into Just Jason Keto. He'll be on for half an hour before we finish, but we'll be able to get in there. Timmy the Racing Channel, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I know I raced through a lot of my speeches. I don't know how much that sounds like it makes sense, but it's good to know that the source has got Chris being featured. So, Christina is the creator behind this channel. I'm still getting to know this channel, actually. Lots of information on their About section, and they've got a handful of videos here. The latest one's perfect to connect with at 5 minutes. It beats our 3-minute limit, let's just say, or minimum. And let's look at what they've got going on for shorts here. A lot of furry friends I could see. Getting into, wow, 24,000, 31,000, 34,000 views. My dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they've been live streaming pretty frequently. It looks like almost multiple times a day. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. I'll look forward to catching one of these streams and seeing what you're doing there. And then I see that Home by Design with Marilyn is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing many times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I meant to drop the handle for Chris, and I didn't hit the enter button there, but you can see I just dropped it right now. That was the last channel that we looked at. And then pardon me, my allergies are on me like crazy tonight again. It's been cool enough around here. We actually turned the air conditioning off for today and had the windows open and finally got some fresh air through the place. For the whole summer, it's been like a heat wave, but that brings along with it a bit of movement in the in the air. Scratch and PPA's making me laugh. Yes, Timmy the Racing Channel has kept up with a lot of the ideas. I'm not sure how much you've seen over the last month. Home by Design with Marilyn is up on the screen. This is another creator that's going to help us with mostly interior design ideas. And again, budget friendly. Modern, elegant, cozy is what they're aiming for, but they'll even take us shopping to show us where we can find some of the things that are going to help with our design ideas. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This one's for some exterior design, which is great to see. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with this creator. They might do a little bit more variety. I see a few cooking videos here, and then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,400, 2,400, 3,000 views on another one, which is great to see. And then the live streams on the channel as well. Up to a few months ago, this creator was doing live streams. We've got the notification bell on for every single channel, so if they bring those back, we'll be ready to catch them. And then the source, did you actually do that? I got to see what you're talking about. If you're not kidding, I got to see this. And then R&W Farmstead, Tony Walsh, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Chris, we've already seen. And thank you, Home by Design with Marilyn, for another super chat. They've done that before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Hilda DC is also in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Crafty Witch 232, forgive me, we looked at earlier. They dropped a super chat so that we would look at another channel, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Real Ms. Hides TV, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome also. Model Lori Ann. I think this creator dropped a comment on our channel earlier. I think this is the first time we're looking at this channel, and I really do appreciate that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I sometimes I'll make mistakes on how I meet different creators. Sometimes I meet people in other people's premieres and live streams, and then sometimes people find the Tuberchat channel, they leave a comment, which I see, and then I say hello the next time they're in a chat or the first time they're in a chat. So Model Lorianne is a channel we've got to get to know, but hopefully they're feeling welcome. Again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take the latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as we do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well so they don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I've got an idea. We'll take a break in a few minutes after this channel, and I've got an idea for the chat when we do that. But Michael's Adventures is reminding me. So he's been with us for about 5 years as well, pretty much as long as Scratch and Pete PA, and as long as Hilda DC and some of our other moderators. And Michael's Adventures originally had met me in a chat from a creator that inspired this channel to be created, which is Elevate with Vern now. It used to be called Vern's Junk Closet, but Elevate with Vern. That's a creator who lives in New York State. I'm in Canada, in Niagara Falls, and she's come over here now twice. Last year, she came over for a long weekend. We spent a lot of time together, and this year, she came back just a few weeks ago with a few friends, and we got to hang out a bit more. She got me playing a game at the casino and everything else, but you'll probably see that on her channel. And then yeah, hopefully everybody will seek her out because she has been instrumental in connecting a lot of people all this time. But it's interesting to know how some of us have met, how our friendship started, how people have found the Tuber Chat channel. I'm always curious to hear about that. So we'll talk about that in another second when we're ready for our break, because we'll go for a few minutes again and it'll give everybody time to really type a few things in the chat. I got an idea for everyone. And then Canadian Family Life is up on the screen. This is another beloved and dedicated moderator. They're from New Brunswick. And this creator is going to bring us a lot of different content, all family oriented. It's basically a family channel. They do food bank grocery hauls, a lot of cooking and baking videos, especially lately. And then they've got an impeccable container garden that I like to mention. They do product reviews. The whole family gets involved in the channel. Sometimes husband and wife will challenge each other to a cooking challenge. Chris, her husband, has his own channel. It's called Chris's Creation Fun. He does some 3D printing, works on solar equipment, does do-it-yourself videos. And then Canadian Family Life will do Happy Meal videos. There's lots of shout outs for other creators, collaborations as well. And then shorts on this channel feature all 4 seasons, of course. 2,800, 4,000 views on 156 100 views on another one, and then live streams on this channel as well. So as promised, Tiffany's going to do a live stream again tomorrow, and I'm going to get Siri on the case for this. I keep my phone beside me here, but I got to make sure I get a reminder for that because I don't want to miss that. And then I know Tiffany will put it in our group, hopefully. Canadian Family Life is somebody who can basically go live whenever she wants, and she'll have a flood of support, like I've described from 1 or 2 other creators here. Ironically, all moderators. If I was to mention Jesse Journals and Unboxes or Hilda DC, these are creators that stream occasionally, but they're so supportive to other people that they can go live whenever they want, and people will come rushing in there. So Canadian Family Life, the conversation can go anywhere once she gets started, but we'll have a look and see what she's got coming up, exiting the summer, working on autumn, which is my now favorite month. Our favorite season. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. Of course, she's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So let's think about spinning the wheel. What I mentioned as an idea for everybody, I'm just curious to know, but if everybody remembers, while we go on this break, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series again, and then we'll go for 3.5 minutes after that. It'll be a total of about 7 minutes or so. But while we're there, I hope everybody will type in the chat, where did you first meet me or meet us in Tuber Chat? Where did you first hear about this channel, or where did I run into you in somebody's chat? We just love to know, because now we've got 5 years of this, and it'll be really interesting for everybody to see. We can shout out a few extra channels that way. So Hilda DC's coming up next. Let's go for this clip, and then 3.5 minutes and we're back.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, whatever it is.
There you go.
Know, you know, and you know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or when was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is and also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure.
That's great. We actually got the original perfect answer. We wondered forever from Scratch and Pete PA. I'd always figured he'd met myself through a channel I was running for another creator, but thank you for that. And then Kristen Welton, we've been together now here in Niagara Falls for what's getting close to 10 years, actually. But the 30 years ago story, that's a true story. And I'll give you the very quick one before we take that break for 3.5 minutes here. But basically what happened, I was a DJ and I was working in radio stations and popular nightclubs and this and that. And she had come to one of the nightclubs and basically she walked in and she said, "Oh, I gotta have that." I see DJ is coming in. And yes, I appreciate all the kind words people have said in the chat here. And thank you for reminding us where we've all met, because we got to shout out a lot of different creators there, knowing that we've all come from different places. Jessie, that was interesting. I didn't realize she found us through either a search. Because, yeah, there was less live streams back then. I mean, YouTube continues to grow. When we started, this is 5 years ago now, there was 50 million channels on YouTube. I don't even know what the number is now. It's, just exploded, of course. And, but it's interesting to know. And then, yeah, Drew's Adventures was here in Canada. They took a trip with Warner's Adventures, and they were in the States, but they came to Canada for a few days, and we got a chance to hang out and have breakfast. I streamed that, so that's there. And then Kristen Welton and I think that we talked about our relationship and how we met and everything originally. I think we talked about that in a live stream that we did together on my channel. I could be wrong, but I think it's there. It's in one of our channels, almost certainly. And then Hilda DC, yeah, that was the beginning. We dated for a while, and then many years ago I was stalking her on Facebook and looked like she had her life together, so I decided to go and give it everything I've got and try to chase her down, and somehow it managed to work. So that's 10 years ago now, if you could believe that. For real, it's about 10 years now, from the summer. And it wasn't too long after that before we started seeing each other, and it wasn't too long before we got together, and we've literally lived together in Niagara Falls now for 9 years, and it continues. So thank you, Blester Crochet, for the highlighted milestone message as well. And then forgive me, because I wasn't watching the Stream Boss today, but Create and Relate took over the Stream Boss a while ago. Every Super Chat membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of that video game life meter looking thing under my camera here. And the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure. So that is Create and Relate, and will be for a while. Paralife TV, your wheelchair ninja, is here from New Brunswick as well. And then thank you, Drew's Adventures. He's also from Australia, so he's only able to come in once in a while. And once in a while I catch him, or come hither with Heather, or Werner's Adventures. They're always together. And they bring us abandoned locations in their content a lot. Yeah, our 10-year anniversary is coming up November the 3rd. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Hilda DC is up on the screen. I'm going to try to speed things up. We'll get to as many channels as we can in the next hour or so. And forgive me, Michael's Adventures asked if there was a raid after. And yeah, I didn't catch if you had something in mind. Hilda DC is up on the screen right now, and she's another beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been with us for about 5 years. And this creator brings a bit of variety. So she will do a lot of interesting food combinations. She's done like what we might call mukbang or mukbang videos. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. I don't know if I'll ever really figure that out. But a lot of taste test challenges. And what I find interesting about that, like she had this video from a few months ago. I literally went to we were at the grocery store the next time looking for these popcorners because I had to try them. And she does things like that. But her being in the States and us being in Canada, we only get to see about 10 or 20% of the different variations or flavors of popular things that come out. You see she's got Pop-Tarts here on her banner. We saw that from Crafty Witch 232 doing an interesting crochet idea with Pop-Tarts. But Hilda DC is going to bring a lot of this and a lot of cooking videos as well. And this creator is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my 8 years now on YouTube. So I hope that speaks the volumes that I mean for it to. She has positive affirmations flowing through all of her content, both from the creator herself, special effects she put on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case for that. She is a strong-willed creator who stands behind and beside her supporters and friends and family. And hopefully everybody will connect with her so you can get some of that support coming back to you as well. This is another creator who, like I said, live streams occasionally, but she can go live whenever she wants, and she'll have a flood of support in the chat because of how much she does for other people. She's working on 2,700 subscribers right now and is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's got some shorts on the channel that have done well also. 2,900 here, 6,200 here, and one at 47,000, which is great to see. And then Flavors Down Under, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Blessed to Crochet is up on the screen right now. This creator, I think they're live right this second, as a matter of fact. This is a creator that's going to bring us a lot of crochet, but also a lot of connection. And we talk about this with a lot of different channels. We've mentioned it with The Source today. We mentioned it with Johnny Small Pepper. Of course, all of our moderators, I go on and on about that all the time. And most people here in the Tuber Chat family are going to not only allow, but encourage everybody to meet each other in a similar way to what we do here. Blessed to Crochet wants to put focus on connection, but they've got a lot of spiritual inspiration on their channel in their latest videos as well. They're doing a few different things in the last couple here. They've got shorts on their channel that have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams as well. I've already got the notification on for the one they're going to do tomorrow. So they'll be up tomorrow morning. So I'm expecting as soon as I get on YouTube, it's going to be time for their live stream. We always set notifications for everything we see, including super chats, or pardon me, we always set notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. Hannah Rebecca, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another vlogger here in the Tuber Chat family. And then Timmy the Racing Channel. Yeah, if we see Tim Mitchell, for sure we'll put him on. He's here for almost every stream, but I certainly don't expect everybody to be here every day. Even our moderators, I know everybody tries. There's PK Adventure Travels as well. That's Ryan and Mel. I just watched a room tour video from them. It's a shorter one. They do a lot of long form content. I always enjoy that as well. Most of the videos I've seen on their channel are more than 10 minutes, more like 20 minutes or longer. And that was a short one today. It felt a little bit weird. But like always, they do a good job. And forgive me, so PK Adventure Travels, I'm sure we all agree, but you guys could tell me if I'm wrong. When you comment on somebody else's video, it's not very often that I end up seeing the responses. Right? Because I'm on YouTube all the time, subscribed to 6,000 channels now and everything else. I don't know if that's the reason or I'm using it as an excuse or whatever, but I don't often see replies. So you notice when I comment, I don't often leave questions. But today I did for PK Adventure Travels. Their room tour showed a room on a cruise ship that had a balcony type view. It was a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing, but the balcony, in my opinion, was larger than it needed to be, and I think they could have done a better job of giving a few extra feet in the room, at least 2 feet, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm curious if you happen to catch that comment and what you think about that, because I think I asked, what would you rather, like, would you give up balcony space for a couple of feet more in the room? I'm just curious about that, because I mentioned earlier, I mention all the time, I worked on a cruise ship once many years ago, but the staff they don't get balconies and stuff like that. We have a room that we're lucky if it has like the tiny little window. A lot of the creators have interior, or a lot of the staff has interior rooms and things like that. But that was a video I watched earlier today. And then Angel Light Over Darkness is another dear friend that's been with us for about 5 years as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. She will bring you angel readings. And if you haven't already seen what those are, she actually has, even after 5 years, a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. She is the only one that does what she does. Not only the way that she does it, but at all in the Tuber Chat family. But it could give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life and what might be to come and what's happening today. Butler Family Farm is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Butler Family Farm is here, and this is a creator. Pardon me, I'm going to talk about their content in a second. You said you agree, could use more room inside the room instead of the balcony. More shared space out in their cabana style. That was what you called it. Yes, I remember. With the loungers, I thought that was odd. I don't think I've ever seen that before for all the cruising videos and footage that I've seen. Because even before starting the Tuber Chat channel, I've watched a little bit of YouTube, like watching cruise ships and stuff, because I desire to someday get back onto a cruise, right? Kristen and I want to go. But, you know, I wonder about getting a balcony room just for when you gotta like chill for a little while, right? And stuff like that. But that was the first time I seen something like that. And then, yeah, 6 years. Actually, that's right. Forgive me, Angel Light Over Darkness. Forgive me. I've been connected to her since before I even started the Tuber Chat channel. She's inspirational in this channel's creation. She's one of the people who was allowing people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here. And it's interesting. So forgive me for that. I'm tripping over myself with that. Yeah, some of our friends have been here. Ace Flaw 1, who we saw in the chat earlier. Jeremy D-Day, who we saw here earlier. They've all been with me since before this was even a channel. They were with me when we did a few experiments on my personal channel 6 years ago, if you can believe that, or close to it. And then Butler Family Farm is up here right now. So it's nice to have another check mark in the chat. And Jerry and Susan are here with homesteading content, in my opinion, on 116 acres of farmland. Now, Jerry's been very forthcoming about the idea that he's been using the YouTube promotion system in the YouTube studio to promote the channel aggressively. It's a way of advertising your videos within YouTube, right? It's paid advertising. And this channel has just exploded, right? From 10,000 up to 100,000 in a few months. And although Jerry and Susan are incredibly supportive creators, so they are generous, loyal, and dedicated as supporters. They've been with us about 4 years now, I think, as well. One of the first homesteading channels to have come in. And I say homesteading, even though it's farming here, because I group a lot of different types of channels together when we talk about ranching, farming, homesteading traditionally. I often group a lot of outdoor channels like camping, fishing, hiking, and things like that as well, because a lot of the content can be similar and a lot of the creators have similarities in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others, if that makes sense, and with us. So Butler Family Farm, 116 acres of farmland here. And they have got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, chickens, llamas, cats, dogs, and bees, and maybe someday koi on the farm. They've actually started harvesting honey. One of their latest videos is this one here. Look at that glorious looking natural raw honey. And then I'm just going to grab the latest video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They show us all that it takes to look after 116 acres of farmland. They bring us indoors. They take us outdoors. Jerry does woodworking in the shop. They make their own tools when they need to. And they've got shorts over here that have done really well. They've gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views on a couple of them, and then 53,000 on one, which is great to see. That one's still getting views. And then live streams on the channel. So they're live every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. And am I right about that? Why am I mistaken? Yes, 6:45. 6:45. When you get to their channel, you'll get the local time zone for yourself. Of course, I'm in Eastern, so I always say Eastern. But they're live every Monday. And this one will be interesting because it'll be the first time since they're back from the cruise. Last week they were on the cruise. And I missed some of these. See, I wasn't seeing anywhere near as much content as I thought that I would. And then here's the one that they did with Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. That's a cruise that they're on. That's the Cruise in Alaska project we were talking about, where Rambling with the Brooms and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa and a few other creators are there as well. So they'll be back and they'll be able to let us know how that cruise was. They get involved in a lot of meetups. As a matter of fact, this morning I was watching Warmstrong Adventures, and he's in the chat right now. I was also watching Elisa's Adventures in Cruising at Edna's World while they were at the sail away party for a cruise that they're on right this second. They just left from Greece today. So my jealousy is at its height, of course. But I'm glad that you all were able to bring that content. Oh, how's my camera doing with the alien tape? It's interesting. The alien tapes hung out all this time. Actually, PK Adventure Travels turned me on to alien tape, I'm guessing 6 months ago, something like that. And I've used my alien tape. And what I've done is I have a camera. So this is a GoPro, but I have a webcam. And if you can imagine, beside me, what I'm moving right here is the door to a cupboard, if that's what we call it, on a desk that I have with a hutch on it, right? So my camera, because it doesn't fit on top of my computer monitor, I have to turn it upside down like this. And it's alien tape that I've used that Ryan suggested from PK Adventure Travels to hold the camera up. But sure enough, it's been months, which is great to see. And then, my green screen today is looking pretty weird. I got some bad lighting here, and I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. But I think with the season change, it started to look really weird. So I'm wearing a black shirt, but you can't tell. It's just hidden with the green screen. So I'll have to adjust that a little bit. When we look at Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan, incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And I'm going to spin the wheel. I got to start moving it because we've got an hour still to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but I want to make sure we get to as many as possible. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yes, we will all know when the tape falls. Actually, I got to fix that. The whole reason my GoPro is here right now, first of all, yesterday I tried to stream outdoors with my GoPro, and I've used it before, and it didn't work. And just in case Lou from Two Pineapples is listening right now, because sometimes he is, it worked the other day. I don't know why it didn't work yesterday. Everything I tried, I got two different phones, Android and iPhone, I couldn't get it to work. So this GoPro, though, today I was playing with it, trying to get it to work as a webcam, which is easy. It absolutely works. The only thing is it's a little bit bulky, and like I said, there's no room here, so even trying to put it upside down, it might not fit. But I wanted to give it an experiment. But yeah, we're going to know when that tape gives. But it might not, actually. What we've learned is that the extreme heat in the summer, because I started using alien tape for everything as soon as Ryan told me about it, because it's really, really sticky. It feels like fly tape, if that's what we call that. What do we call it? Fly paper. It's really, really, really gummy and sticky. But it comes off, which is remarkable. And I've used it in the vehicles with little clips. I don't have one to, yeah, I do have one to show you actually. So I use these clips, and forgive me, I said we'd get back to channels, but let me let you have a look at this. So I use these clips all the time. My son gave me like a bunch of these for Christmas as like a whole kit with like, I don't know, 50 of these things or something. All kinds of different clips. And I know you can't see it well because of the webcam, but what it does is holds your cords wherever you need. So if you're putting your phone charger or something like that anywhere, it just kind of sticks it so that it's not all over the place. You don't trip over it. They don't get tangled and everything like that. And I love the stuff, right? And alien tape, though, is what I've used regardless of whether it's got anything on it or not. And in the heat, it just seems to give after, I don't know, a month or something like that. But, excuse me, first of all, we've had a terrible heat wave all summer. Secondly, it's coming through the glass in a van that I might not even drive all weekend and stuff like that. But I really do like it. I might stick with alien tape for that kind of thing forever after now. And alien tape does do everything. So yeah, to put the camera upside down here, I might do that because now I have this desk. What am I gonna do, right? But I don't know if I'll set that up that way or not. Oh, and then Drew's Adventures. Yeah, I haven't upgraded for a long time. I had a GoPro 5. I bought that one when the 7s and 8s were out. And then I did get a GoPro 12, but I didn't buy it. I got it because I was basically owed some money and then said, okay, just get me a GoPro instead of paying me. So worked out to whatever, it's $500 or whatever these things are. Don't forget I'm in Canada. But this is that's how I ended up obtaining that. I might not have upgraded, or I might have chose something else. I'm not sure. I do like GoPro, but it drives me bananas that I just can't get these things to work. I haven't been able to get an 8, a 7, 8, or a 9 to go live at all. And this 12, I've used it. We've all seen it. Some of the people here have seen it. Pete's been there. Jesse Journals and Unboxes has been there. And then there's our featured channel for today. Johnny Small Pepper was the first channel we looked at today. And then Scratch and PPA is literally back just today from his vacation in, I'm assuming vacation, but trip to Italy for a month. So it's great to have him back. And both of those creators are friends for years. I think Johnny Small Pepper's been with us for 4 years, but it could be 5. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. And Pete's been with us from basically the beginning as well. Oh, and then, yeah, Drew's Adventures. I know the batteries on those things are something else. And then, so, forgive me, everybody. I know I got into long speeches today again. So let's move it through channels. Matthew's Bushcraft. You recognize this creator actually from another channel that we've known for a very long time. I think Matthew's Bushcraft found us first and then brought his family's channel into the Superchat family as well. So, Big Family Expedition is the channel that we know that has turned a huge school bus into a mobile home for the family, like a they've customized everything about it. They even came to Canada. They're out on the West Coast, but they went up to Alaska and back, I think, right? And Matthew's Bushcraft is a young creator that is going to teach survival skills to people of all ages. The idea is that they're showing us things that anybody can learn. And Matthew's Bushcraft, even outside of the family channel, is here with us frequently. So 212 subscribers now. This creator posts occasionally. They're probably looking forward to the school season starting this week. And then shorts over here have gotten into 1,600, 2,200, 2,800. And this is a family that literally, they had lived on the road. With a custom RV, they settled down for a year or so to add another member to the family, and now they're on the road again, which is interesting. Lisa J. Stocks, good to see you in the house. Let me get this creator onto the wheel. They happen to be a member, and I'll spin. And I'm going to try to move faster, like I was saying. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Now we're going to get a chance to see something really interesting. The source apparently has put together, I couldn't watch it in the background. Pete sent it over in our mod group there on Instagram, I think. But, and pardon me, my allergies are just on me. I'm allergic to everything. And it's hard to get it to stop once it starts. The source might have made a video here, and I gotta find this thing. I bet it's a short. Oh, maybe not. It may not be a short. Where is his video? Let's see if we can find it. Let me see if I can figure it. Go Timmy Go. Where is it? There's live streams on this channel. The source actually interviews a lot of creators. This is somebody who started coming into the Tuber Chat family many months ago. It could be 6 months, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but as soon as they started coming in to our live streams, they were sending friends over right away. And I wouldn't be surprised to know that almost every stream that we have, we meet at least one new friend from the source, which is great to see. I see a lot of familiar faces here in your interviews as well. There's Kendra right there. And this creator is promoting others. And it's always great to see anybody using their powers for good, of course. They got a live stream coming up tomorrow as well. That'll be shortly after Jessie's premiere. She premieres at 3 p.m. Eastern. They're going live at 4 p.m. And Support Wheel is literally what they're calling it. So we'll get a chance to meet more friends while we're over there. And the source, where did that video go? I see it right in front. Here it is, right here. I got to see this. I don't play videos while we stream, but I just got to see a little bit of this for a quick second here. Go, Timmy, go. My dear goodness. I got to watch this whole thing afterwards. We got Power Rangers outfits, and he's got me in the front seat there. Scratching PPA's in the back with the source and Timmy the Racing Channel. That's cool. And you did it with ChatGPT, which is really cool to see. There's PK Adventure Travels. They got another premiere running right now. They're putting out content all the time. That's Ryan and Melinda. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then thank you for that, the source. I'll watch that in full at some point after. Forgive me, I didn't mean to click off your channel there. I was looking at that video. Let me save this for now. Pardon me, I'll share it as well. Oh, and a shout out for Timmy, which is great. I'll save this to my catch-up list. And that will give me a chance to catch up with that. And there's Tuber Chat right there. So thank you for these shout-outs. The source has shouted us out. I don't know how many times, and I really do appreciate that. And then let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on the community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. For the life of me, I don't know where I've got that. Oh, pardon me, audio coming from. I must have a window that I've opened in the background here. Yeah, forgive me, I can't figure out where the audio's coming from. I'll have to sort that out in a minute. The source is working on 2,500 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got a lot of variety in the videos on the channel. And then we saw the live streams where, like I said, they're interviewing a lot of people and doing a lot of shout outs for other creators. So hopefully everybody will connect with the source. They are obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. It's Chocolate Drop is coming up next, another longtime friend. So let's take another break. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. But let's make it quick so we can get right back. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, and then we're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come right back with It's Chocolate Drop. All right, we're just about back and looking at It's Chocolate Drop. So this is a longtime friend. She's been with us for many years as well. You'll notice in the chat she'll call me Mr. Customer Service. And I'm sure that's because of my speaking style, but that's an inside joke we've had going on for many years. One of the most heartwarming things that I find on YouTube, I'm sure most people will agree, is that when we're visiting anybody's premieres or live streams, you start to see friendships building between creators based on some of those inside jokes that people have together. And you're like, oh, it's great to see people getting along. You can tell these guys really support each other, you know, and you can tell by the conversations that they've actually met through YouTube, which is really, really cool. That's the inspiration behind this whole channel. Now, Chocolate Drop, I've been able to catch a few times for live streams as well. Many times over the years, but they're usually cooking up a storm, like I said. And this creator's gone through a few changes. They let us know they've updated their about section as well, so they'll do some couponing. A crazy plant lady, yes, they love singing, they cook. This is what I've seen mostly from them, as a matter of fact. But hopefully everybody will connect and check out what they've got going on, see what we can expect from the channel. Hopefully I'll catch you for another live stream when you're going to do another one. It's been a while since they've posted. Live stream was just a couple weeks ago, though, so hopefully we'll see some new videos soon, too. And then they've got shorts on the channel, and some of these have done well. 12,000, 13,000, one at 51,000, which is great to see. This creator's always smiling, always laughing, always having a good time. I see this must have been a live stream that I caught a while back, but my red line is not all the way across. So I'm going to take this live stream and I'm going to rerun it. What I often do, I'll show everybody for a quick second here. When I go to that catch-up playlist that I always talk about, it's just a fun name for a playlist, right? Where I keep caught up with creators. This must have still been running, I'm not sure. What I often do, you'll notice with the videos that I watched today, because I actually watched these. When I went through these videos today, which I have not cleared out yet, I move them up and down so that they're in order of shortest to longest. And what I mean is you could do this on a phone or a computer, but you can grab these and just move them up and down the list. You could do that in any playlist. It has sorting options. You can sort by a couple of different ways here. Date added, most popular. Those are great ways to sort most playlists. But for yourself, you might do something like this. What that allows is that when I have a half an hour, to sit and actually watch videos, then I can watch the maximum number. It's easy to watch like 20 videos in an hour because all of the 3, 4, and 5 minute ones are at the beginning, right? And then as things go on and we start to get into like live stream replays and things like that, I can let those run. So like this one, I'll leave at the end of the catch-up list just because I was already in that live stream, but I'm just rerunning it to make sure they get their full credit for that. So let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yeah, broke but bountifully blessed, Carol. Everybody can sort videos or sort playlists that way. You could do it on a phone as well. When you look at your phone and you see that you're on a playlist, there should be a little pen icon that we know like for editing things, right? When you hit that pen, then you can start to slide the videos up and down. It gets annoying if you have a long playlist. It starts to want to move fast. You know how phones can be with their apps and stuff, but you will get it after a while. And then when I look at Jeremy D-Day, actually this creator was live earlier today. I'm going to grab their latest video. This creator's from Wisconsin. We've got a few creators from there. This is a newer channel. It's actually a couple years old now, but this channel is from a creator that I've known for 6 years now. and I'll show you his original channel in another moment. He's over 1,200 subscribers, which is great to see. He's going to do reviews. He's got a few shorts, some vlogs. He's changed up the content over the years. Fantastic 4 review is coming up in a few days. He's got shorts over here as well. These, like most creators here, are featuring pure variety, but some of these have done well. 15,000, 28,000, 69,000, and then live stream. So I caught him a few hours ago. He goes live occasionally, and today he was just outdoors, just exploring. I think he was playing a game. He was playing basketball, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then JD Knight 7 is where I know this creator from originally, and can you believe that he's been here all these years, 6 years, and still comes in almost every stream, pretty frequently. Oh, sort the contents of a playlist, but not the playlists themselves. Yeah, broke but bountifully blessed Carol. That's a really interesting thought. I kind of wish that YouTube would do that, because now that you mention it, yeah, when you're looking for playlists, you got to go digging for them, right? Instead of being able to put them. The only thing that you can do, I'll try to show everybody in another moment here, unless Jeremy's done it. Yeah, album rankings here. You could do this on your homepage. It's not the same thing, but YouTube gives us a few tools for how we want to present our front page, but you can at least do that. So you can set up a series of playlists, and then you can put them in whatever order you want to. And it's a bit of a complicated thing. It's not that complicated, but it's just a little bit more advanced than what we usually talk about here. And I believe you can do that in the YouTube studio. JD Knight 7 as well here is going to bring us album reviews, rankings, music, some shorts to go along with that. He's got shorts that have gotten into 131,000, 372,000, 800,000 on a Judas Priest short there. And then he's done a couple of live streams over here. Those are more like experiments a long time ago. We'll see if he's going to bring those back, but we've always got notifications on for every single channel. And then Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol we're going to have a look at right now. So that really was a good idea. I don't think we've ever talked about that before, but it is something that's a personal frustration, to be honest with you. Because somebody like myself, I believe everybody should chop up their channel into as many playlists as you could think of. There is always a way, even if you make the same types of content over and over, there's different ways to chop up your channel, because playlists are really going to help with that watch hour idea and retention in general. When somebody catches your video from a playlist or a playlist link, what happens is when they get to the end of that video, if they get there, but let's just say if they get to the end of the video, they automatically get put into your next video instead of being sent to another channel or offered a bunch of different things to watch, right? So this is the magic of playlists. Very important when we're sharing our links out on other social networks. We're sharing them from playlist links, and it's easy to do. And then what I mean, Flavors Down Under, forgive me, sometimes I speak really quickly and I probably say things that don't make sense. I don't mean to do that. But to clarify, we can chop up our channels is what I mean. So let's say you have a channel that does cooking videos, right? You could do breakfast as a playlist, lunch, dinner, snacks. You could have top 5 or top 10 or top 20 or supporter favorites and things like that. There's a lot of different ways. You can have healthy, you can have comfort foods, you can have all kinds of different ideas, even if you're just making similar videos all the time. So this is just an idea. But playlists give fans or viewers an opportunity to binge watch the kind of content that they want to see from you. Very much like a YouTube, like a television channel. Now they all have their websites. We can go and watch whatever we want, but you're probably going to find a TV show that you like and watch the whole thing all at once, right? Many people will. I do the same thing. Kristen and I watch a small amount of television, but when we do, it's like, it's not necessarily Netflix, but we'll watch like a TV series. We'll watch 1 or 2 episodes a day or something like that to finish the day. But we tend to stay on the same thing for weeks, and then we move to another show instead of watching all the different stuff on a television station, right? So that's just an idea. And then there you go. The source, yeah, people can queue up your content all day. People can make their own playlists. You can make playlists of other people's content just for yourself to watch. I do that all the time. I have tons of playlists for music and things like that. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, let me get you onto the wheel. They're a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they are going to bring us surviving on Social Security after retirement. They're going to bring a lot of ideas when it comes to the idea of either food or cooking or growing their own food as well. They've gotten involved in the Survival Seeds 2025 collaboration. So I think it's Vineyard Chicks Homestead that hosts it. Is that right? Because I see them in your title. I know them as well. Gale Southern Living gets involved and gets a lot of people involved in a lot of these different types of collaborations and things. Food bank, grocery hauls over here, a lot of variety as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 200 and 300 views, on the way to 400 now, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They just did one yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again soon. It's been a couple of weeks, but I'll look forward to it. I got notification bells on for every single channel. And they're working on 800 subscribers now, which is great to see. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, Just Jason Keto, you actually came up really early. I won't remember now, but it had to be within, I think, the first half hour today, or not too long after. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Jesse figured that out. Pardon me. So somewhere around there, yeah. And then Jody Genealogy is a creator that we have known from Marketplace Boutique as another channel for what I'm thinking is a few years now. It's 2 years for sure, but Jody might have been with us for 3 years by now. It's got to be getting close. Jody Genealogy is the second channel from this creator, and this is where they bring us history, travel, and other adventures. I'm just going to grab their latest video and see what they had to say here. I'll put this in that catch-up playlist that I keep joking about and talking about. When we look at Jody Genealogy, we're going to see a lot of history here, and then shorts on the channel as well. Now, this creator's been at this for a few years with another channel, so they know that a lot of variety is going to help them, and you'll see what I mean when we look at the other channel. But they've gotten into almost 900 views on one of these and 2,800 on another one, which is great to see. They're alternating live streams between the channels these days, and I'll show you Marketplace Boutique right now so you can get an idea of what on earth I've been talking about. Marketplace Boutique is where Jody is going to help us with the idea of buying and selling on platforms like eBay. She goes as far as to even take us shopping and shows us how she buys collections of things that she splits up and sells individually and things like that. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This one's a little bit different. She's evolved the channel, like her content's evolved over the years, so she's got more variety mixed in here now. She even gives us tutorials to help with our YouTube journey. She does some graphic design and things like that. When we get into subscribers, we see 2,900 as her next milestone. She's monetized, of course, and then shorts on this channel have done really, really well. So you can see she's got 27,000, 35,000, 53,000, which is great to see. And some of these are newer. Whenever you go to the popular tab, at least on a computer on the browser, what we've learned is that when we click on the popular tab and some of these videos are out of order, because they should all be in order, right? When the counts are out of order, it's because those videos are still getting views and they haven't even settled in the algorithm yet, which is great to know. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique. She is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then Flavors Down Under, I know it's easy for somebody like me to say, but the truth is everybody who wants to get monetized gets there now. There was a time many years ago where it was, I don't want to say it's easy today, but it's easier today than it was back then. It was more challenging. The first channel I ever started to run 8 years ago, it took us 6 months to get our first 100 subscribers. And we've come a long way since then because we see channels getting monetized within 6 months now, and sometimes even earlier, let's just say. I know the rules have changed, but you get what I mean. And now we've got this community as well. There's other communities out there, but this one here focuses on friendships between creators, knowing that that is what's going to give you your strong and solid foundation. It's not about subscribers today. It's not about views this week. It's about meeting other like-minded people who have generosity at the forefront of their mind, who really are interested in helping other people grow, knowing they'll get all they want out of it as well. This is where your strong and solid foundation comes from. Imagine if you had 100 true friends on YouTube. I'm not talking about subscribers. I just mean 100 true friends that are going to watch almost every single thing you come out with forever after. No matter what it is, we watch each other's channels regardless of niche. The other thing about it is you could be making people into fans of your content and your genre and category even more than just your channel and yourself. Like PK Adventure Travels is going to focus on travel. They talk a little bit about travel news. They give us ship tours, cruising, and things like this. They're travel agents, actually. But for somebody that hasn't, if somebody came onto YouTube because they were watching how to knit something and they've got a knitting channel and they follow knitting channels, but all of a sudden they came into Superchat and found PK Adventure Travels, they might start watching more travel content. I certainly do. I can't tell you how many makeup tutorials I've watched, how many travel videos, how much lottery ticket scratching, how much metal detecting, silver stacking, crochet, all the different things that we talk about here. Now I'm interested to see a lot of those things when I may not have searched for them before. I know a lot of what I say here goes without saying, but I just mention it. It's more of a reminder just to go over the fundamentals again and again and again so we really internalize all of this stuff, let's say. PK Adventure Travels, Ryan and Melinda, they are going to bring us, like I said, travel. I just watched this room tour. Ryan has a series on here of news, and I recommend anybody, if you're going to do any kind of serious travel, grab his playlist and watch these because he comes up with a lot of things that are newsworthy, that are news stories that we might not have thought of, and we can really save ourselves a lot of headaches. I've been grateful to have seen some of these. So I'm going to put the latest one in my catch-up list, but Ryan and Mel do an incredible job. They always have. I was taken away with this channel as soon as I first started watching them. And they do some RV camping as well. They'll take us with their RV. I think they went to Disney not too long ago. They will give us insight. This is where the alien tape thing comes from today, because they showed us a lot of the customizations that they've made. Really simple stuff, but customizations to their RV camper so that they could make life a little more convenient and comfortable, which is important when you're camping. I've done my share of that as well. And then alien tape is what they use as their go-to when it comes to those customizations. But you see what I mean. Their ship tours here, they always do a thorough job. Their whole video is meat and potatoes. There is like no B-roll, basically. So it's all action all the time. They've got a wonderful chemistry between them as well. So they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've gotten into now 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 views on some of these shorts videos. And then they're live every Thursday at 7 Eastern. So forgive me, because this week I'm going to crash into you again. I'm not sure if there's a chance you're still going to be on when I finish this week. I'll expect to raid Jason. He always starts after they do. But I'm moving our streams this week because of the holiday. But I know I've done a lot more Mondays and Thursdays than I expected for a while. But that should have us off Thursday for the next 2 weeks afterwards. The way that I'm doing these every 3 days kind of sets the calendar up that way. But PK Adventure Travels, they're here with us just about every single stream. I certainly appreciate that. I keep forgetting about this. I got to remember this. Ryan Parker Studios is another channel that I didn't know this creator already had. And I got to get familiar with what he's doing over here. And this is more like vlogs by the look of it. I'm going to take the latest video, put that in my catch-up list, set a notification for another premiere. But I see you've got a couple that are scheduled next month, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So these look like those not quite silent streams, but pleasing audio, pleasing visuals where people can hop in and out. And PK Adventure Travels, of course, will allow everybody to connect the same way we do here. We get some information on their About section about what to expect from Ryan over here. Outgoing Azzy, good to see you in the house. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead just gifted a membership. So thank you for that extra generous support. They've done that a million times before. We're going to look at their channel right away. And then the Stock Explorers coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Jason's going to have Rockin' Keto Amy. She popped in the chat for a quick second today. He's going to have her on Thursday. Like I said, he's got a lot of guests on his channel. Great to see you with Brampton Gardner there. We actually met up with her a while ago with Jason and Kristen Welton and Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. We all got together in Toronto for dinner, which was fun. She's another fellow Canadian. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is a longtime, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now, the idea behind this channel is they want to inspire us to grow our own food, even in a residential neighborhood. We can take part in homesteading activities regardless of where we live. Like Kristen and I have a small apartment. She's done some indoor tomatoes, basil, other herbs. I can't remember for the life of me what because she's done it. And then these are ideas, and our Georgia Suburban Homestead wants to inspire that. Other than that, they bring us typical homesteading content, of course, outdoor content. They bring us into their kitchen as well. I've got the latest video, literally talking about spices right there, and that's in my catch-up list again. This creator brings shorts at 5,300, 5,900, 10,000 on one of these, which is great to see. Again, falling in line with their long-form content. And then they've got live streams on the channel as well, up to even a month ago, and they do these occasionally. So they've got a second channel here called I Died NDE. And this stands for near-death experiences. And the other thing that they're doing is on this channel, not just talking about their own stories, but they're looking for other people to share their stories on this channel. And they've got 60 subscribers now. We'd love to push them towards their first 100. You can see it's been a while since they posted a video, but this is their secondary channel. We laugh about glitches all the time. And then live streams on the channel as well. I think they mentioned something that they were about to do on this channel, our Georgia Suburban Homestead. And thank you, Outgoing Azzy. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Pardon me, because I thought I caught you saying something in the chat. Here it is. Shutting down I Died ND. I didn't realize that. So they're going to do another channel, but for now we get an opportunity to see this. In my opinion, I would leave it there. Like I wouldn't change anything or take anything away or anything like that. But that's just my opinion. We all have to make the right decision, especially when we're changing channels, because that can be a lot of work. I think everybody will agree. If they've got more than one channel, it feels like more than double the work. The Stock Explorers up on the screen right now. We'll talk about their content in a second.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then the Stock Explorer is up right now. And this creator is somebody who's become a dear friend. All of our moderators are dear friends of each other as well. Nora's been with us pretty much from the beginning, almost 5 years now. Obviously a beloved and dedicated moderator. They have evolved their content, if that makes sense, or the channel's evolved over the years. This creator brings the stock market in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, and they often have charts and graphs. There's a lot of friendly conversation on the channel, and over the years, they've brought in a lot of lottery ticket scratching as well. When we dig through the videos, you'll see a lot of the stock talk here. They've unboxed a few things, charts and graphs like I was talking about, and a series now called Scratching with Strangers, where they are meeting people for the first time, scratching lottery tickets with them, and listening to interesting stories while they do that. They've got shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 3,000, 4,500, 15,000 views. This Coke machine one still gets views. And then live streams on the channel. I've been with Nora on their channel once for a couple hours. Sometimes they have friendly conversation in StreamYard panels. Sometimes it's Nora giving us a chance to get to know her. Sometimes it's lottery ticket scratch battling with other channels. That can be very fast-paced, very high energy, and you'll definitely meet a lot more friends there. A lot of the lottery ticket scratching creators are very generous creators as well. And then the Stock Explorer is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We noticed that Nora does have a second channel. This is called Tropical Buzz. They happen to be in Florida, and they are going to be educating us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. And it's been a little while since they've posted here, but we can keep the notification bell on as well. And they do post occasionally, so we'll be able to catch whatever they come up with next. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Susan from Australia is going to come up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And Blessed to Crochet has been a long-time dear friend. They're live right now. I'm assuming that they're still going to be live for a while, so I'll drop a link right now. Everybody can go over there whenever you would like. It's already running, and we'll be able to continue connecting the same way we are here. I've pinned that link so everybody can get there easily. Susan from Australia, and this is a longtime dear friend and another creator who is now working on 1,300 subscribers. They put out quite a few videos this week. I'm just going to grab the latest one. It's perfect to connect with it, just over 3 minutes. We're always looking for 3-minute videos to watch from beginning to end. Susan from Australia is going to bring pure variety from Queensland, Australia, and shorts on this channel feature more variety, but these have gotten into, wow, 17,000 views on one of these, 12,000 on another, 21,000 on the Smurfs. Somebody said something about a Smurf the other day, and I can't remember for the life of me where it was. And I was thinking to myself, that's the one like 80s thing that I haven't seen redone. I don't know the last time they redid like the Smurfs as a movie or a game or anything like that, but the Smurfs was so popular. We used to watch it when I was a kid. I'm old enough to remember that. And then live streams on this channel. These have, she just did a live stream a month ago from a fire pit, nice fireside chat there, so hopefully I'll catch you for another one of those soon. Susan from Australia has been with us for several years now.
And then what I'm going to do is spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. I think I'm not going to take a break again. Lisa J. Stocks is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. I'm going to get Palazzo Place and New Horizons Above and Beyond onto the wheel right now. Drew's Adventures from Australia is still there. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then I just dropped the link again for Blessed to Crochet because they're live right now. Hopefully they're going to continue that. Lisa J. Stocks is up on the screen, so I can see I'm behind with the channel. They are bringing us ideas about the stock market and much more, as a matter of fact. They talk a little bit about crypto. They talk about ETFs. They give us all of the lingo, but they do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They're very forthcoming about their own investment moves. They talk about dividends and ETFs. And I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I'm curious to know, Lisa J. Stocks, your thoughts, if she's still here, about the tokenized stocks that are available now from X stocks. So they've done a reverse. You can get involved or invest, and I don't want to give investment advice or anything like that, and I don't have either of the things I'm going to talk about, but you can get involved in an ETF, an exchange traded fund basically, that is backed by crypto. So instead of buying Bitcoin, you can get involved in a Bitcoin ETF or an Ethereum ETF, and there's more coming. But they've also gone the other way now. So if you haven't already invested in stocks, but you are somebody who invests in crypto, you can invest in a tokenized version of the S&P 500 or Apple or Nvidia or Amazon or all these other ones. So it's really interesting stuff. Lisa J. Stocks will give a much more detailed description of these things when people ask, of course. But she's growing fast, monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's got guests on her channel all the time as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 5,900, 6,500, 7,600 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I've got the notification on for when she's going to do tomorrow. She'll be on at the same time as Jesse Journals and Unboxes is going to drop a premiere. So we know that if we watch either these both at the same time, or Jesse's premiere, we'll be able to catch Lisa right after. And that'll be interesting to see. So she usually starts with a theme, but the conversation can go anywhere. She takes lots of questions from the chat and things like that as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Palazzo Place is an enthusiastic creator who has been with us for every stream lately, and I really do appreciate that. I know not everybody can be. I don't expect anybody to be here any amount of time at all. I appreciate every moment, of course. And Palazzo Place, though, is giving a lot of friendly reminders about thumbs up and is here with us engaging conversation in the chat the whole time, and I appreciate that. So this is a channel that is still growing, still getting its shape, let's just say, but they've brought a lot of outdoor content to start with, and they're giving us some information on their About section. This is Jen and the Yorkie pups, apparently, some furry friends here that have done well with shorts, getting into almost 2,000 views, and then they've got a couple others here at 2,200, one at 4,200, which is great to see. And Palazzo Place, like I said, is here for just about every stream. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, get some of that support coming back to you as well. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Drew's Adventures is coming up right now. I'm going to get Angel Light Over Darkness right onto the wheel, and thank you for that. New Horizons Above and Beyond is still there. Drew's Adventures, we got to make sure we get to the right channel. Our Drew's Adventures, I know their handle. If I say Drew's Adventures, go. There it is right there. So I'll drop their handle in the chat. It's better if we search, find, and click on each other. So you can search for Drew's Adventures, then match the avatar to get to the right channel. But if you struggle finding it, then we can do this. The channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. Vintage Style by Joe is still here. I've got you on the wheel. I'm going to spin right away, and I'm going to rifle through a few channels here. Hopefully everybody will say Tuber Chat Raid when you go over to Blessed to Crochet. They're already running. Everybody can go over there and connect. I'll be over there after Tuber Chat as well. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes. Drew's Adventures brings us abandoned locations more than anything else. We know them to be connected with Werner's Adventures and Come Hither with Heather, longtime friends from Australia. Drew's Adventures is somebody I got to meet actually last year, and we sat there. I streamed it on my channel, and we had a great conversation for at least an hour. But they bring abandoned locations of all types in their videos. We got a few creators that do this as well, including paranormal investigations. I've got the latest video. I've put this in my catch-up list. That's from today. I've got shorts on the channel as well. And Drew's Adventures has gotten into 8,400, 12,000 views, and that one's actually from Niagara Falls. Many people have heard of the Maid of the Mist. It's been featured in television shows and movies and things like that, and that's the Canadian version called the Hornblower, and it alternates with Maid of the Mist right into the falls. You can see how crazy that water is there. So great that Drew's Adventures got a chance to try that, and then live streams on the channel as well. Even up to a month ago, they're dropping these occasionally. So hopefully everybody will connect with Drew's Adventures. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
New Horizons Above and Beyond is another creator who's here with us every day. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They bring us pure variety, but usually a lot of outdoor content. They bring us indoors once in a while. And when we look at New Horizons Above and Beyond, we're going to see shorts over here as well that fall all in line with their long form content, more variety. 1,700, 2,300 views, and then live streams on the channel. Up to about a month ago, they've experimented with these many times, and then they've got a second channel called Fuzzy Adventures and More. I'm going to put that channel into the search bar. We'll search, find, and click on them, and we see 183 subscribers over here. They've changed this channel up a couple of times, but it's basically complementary content to what we just saw on their original channel. 1,400 views on one of these shorts, which is great to see, and I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel coming up in a second.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
A Simple Family Lifestyle is another channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us a couple of months now. They're here for just about every stream. They're working on 400 subscribers. They bring lifestyle content, recipes, food vlogs, and a little bit more. We can see some of that in the latest videos they've put out here. They've got some shorts on their channel as well. These have gotten into 1,600, 1,900, 2,500, 3,700 views. All of these are out of order, which means some of their shorts are really moving.
everything, which is great to know. And then live streams on their channel as well. They just did one a couple days ago. I haven't caught them for, I caught them for a live stream a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. And forgive me while I rifle through these channels right now, but we have been on for our 3 hours. We always try to get to as many channels as we can in that period of time. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Angel Light Over Darkness has been a friend for 6 years, since before TuberChat was even a channel or even a thought. This creator, even to this day after all this time, has a one-of-a-kind channel. She's the only creator in the TuberChat family that does what she does. These are angel readings. If you haven't seen this before, I'd recommend anybody check out a couple videos, but catch her for a live stream. I've been with her a million times for these live streams, and she can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, what might be coming tomorrow as well. Angel Light Over Darkness live streams frequently. You can see several times a week. They've got shorts on their channel as well. This creator's gotten into 3,800, 4,500, even 5,500 views on some of their shorts, and they post videos occasionally. It's been a little while, but they've got a lot of the individual angel numbers out there, and then you get assigned an angel number when you get into the chat, and then she'll give you a reading whenever you're in there. And I've had that a million times, and I appreciate it every time. So, Vintage Style by Joe is coming up. We're going to talk about this content in a second. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today. We will be back on Monday. We changed it up, so we're back 2 days from now. We'll go a couple hours after Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I think it's an hour after, and then we'll raid in, or pardon me, forgive me, I'm tripping over myself here trying to finish. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is going to drop her premiere tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're off tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. We're going to set it up so that we can raid into Butler Family Farm. So we have lots of time to be connecting. Michael's Adventures, of course, is on every day as well. Usually at 8 p.m. Eastern. He raids into us almost every stream lately. I appreciate that. Scratch and Pete PA is back in the house. He's all set up. His premiere's ready to go. You can set the notification today. Be ready for Tuesday. But thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment. I'm going to come over into Blessed to Crochet's live stream. I'll leave this running for an extra 3 minutes so that everybody can clean up their connections here. Vintage Style by Joe is another dear friend now. This is somebody, I'm going to feature this channel actually this week. Forgive me for not remembering
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first 1,000 subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.